Hi and welcome back to part 2 of VS Wagon suspension upgrade. Today we are working on springs and shocks. Right now we're working on the back. We've lifted the car, the back. And we're going to be changing out the springs and the shocks. When I got the car, it was slammed and it drove like crap. So I put the stock springs back in. Luckily they came with the car. But ever since then, it's been permanently on a slant towards the driver's side. So we're changing everything that could possibly affect that, which is springs and shocks, I believe, hopefully. Hopefully that fixes it. Right now we're going to be working on the back. The tops of the struts. Tops of the struts are under these covers, and so that's one removed. I had to use a flathead to pry it up because it's got a little rubber gasket there, so water doesn't come in to this area. So you needed to, I needed to play around with it a little bit, like this. You get under it, and she comes up just like that. And now we get a socket, and we'll take the tops of the struts out. We'll do that now. It's not 9/16. So far, all the suspension's been 9/16. Oh, it's metric! Wow! 13? No. It's probably a 15. Probably a 17. What is going on? What is going on? 15. 16. 16. Okay, 16. Using a curvy boy. Hey Dad.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you want to start working on compressing the springs?
Yep.
Cool.
Because I'll take the wheels off.
Oh, yep. Oh.
Handbrake on.
Yeah. 16. Yep. So you just go and do one of these. Oh, it spins. Okay, that's fine because check this out. Come in close. Come in close.
Closer?
Yeah, closer.
Closer?
No, not that close. So see this? You got a little flat part there. It's not a 7, maybe it's a 6. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you got a little flat part on the top there to stop it from rotating. Might even be smaller than 6. What's the smallest imperial? Quarter?
So tiny.
I guess that. Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to go smaller. Do I have smaller? Shifter. Do I get a shifter? We'll get a shifter. So we're gonna use a vice grip. It's probably not the best thing, but it's easiest. So we'll give it a shot. So he'll go on there. Get him nice and tight. Probably tighter than that. Yep. That'll work nicely. So what we're doing right now is we're loosening the struts because the struts are what's holding. So you can't take the strut out. You can't take the strut out. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You can't take the strut out without. You can't take the strut out while the spring has still got pressure on the live axle, otherwise the whole thing will drop because the strut is what's keeping it in the car. So what we're doing now is we're just loosening it. That's it. Just a couple turns just to make sure it is coming off. I guess we've come to the struts at the wrong time in the build, but anyway. I'm just going to loosen them for now. So you put your 16 on and then your vice grip clamp, and you wrestle with him a bit. This one isn't cooperating. Shit. I don't like using these. They're the wrong size. Stupid design. Stupid. What's smaller? The 8. The 9. What is this?
That was hot.
That's a 6. 6 is kind of smaller. So we'll hold that on him. And we'll go that way. Whoa! Hope I can get these out.
There's another one. Got a small bit of wood there on the other side.
Oh, not that big.
Alex. You ready?
So let's get the springs out of their tombs.
Take the strut off. So we need.
Okay, we're not doing this right now either. We've consulted the Haynes manual, and it says to put a jack under the lower control arm that's attached to the diff. Look,
Sorry.
look.
Sorry, don't
Quick.
get mad.
And then we undo that bolt, and the spring will come out. While we're doing that, we're also going to deal with the strut. So come up here.
Alex, you're creating a bullied workforce.
I hate this. This is crap. I guess, how else do you do it?
To buy a new car. It's a joke.
No, it's not. That's bullying. I'm punching my car while I do it.
Get your anger out.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, so as always, make sure you remember which parts come up in what order. And there's that bush. That looks okay. It's pretty worn. Looks acceptable for its age. You can see. Yeah. Alright. Now we jump under the car. So this is the diff connected part of the strut. It's been sprayed in CRC. Oh, that comes off real nice and easy. That's it. So hopefully they give us a new bolt, because a new nut, because that is not a lock nut anymore. And that's it. So you shouldn't be able to do that easy. There we go. Now, this is actually relatively easy because I've swapped the diff over. So I've had to remove this before, and you'll notice this is bent because I dropped the diff on it. So that, and it's not moving. You can just push it in. You can push it in easier than you can pull it out. The new one pushes itself out like that. And it's easy to push down. Wait, oh yeah, cool. Oh cool, it's actually metric this time.
What size is it?
19, if they're the same.
There's a ratchet one.
Lovely.
That's your thumbnail.
The problem with these things getting the bob out.
There we go. So, lower control arm diff bolt is undone, and nut is undone. Thanks. We're going to bottle jack the diff up to take the load off the control arm. Then we drop the control arm, and the pressure of the spring should just go. So we've got this lower control arm, we've got the spring, we've taken the bolt, we're going to take the nut out of the diff, and the spring is going to push this down, and yeah, and it'll come away, and we'll be able to get the spring out. We'll be able to get the spring out and put the new one in. Yep.
Yep, that's it. And I should be able to get the rest from this side.
Alright.
Yeah, there's still a load on that. Maybe
Yeah.
lift this one. Getting it back in might be a problem, but
Yeah.
last little bit won't come out. It should be able to come out with your finger now, so if you play around with the jack, otherwise we're going to wreck the thread.
Alright, I'm not putting my head there.
Somebody's loading it up. Getting it in can be a problem.
Yeah. So it's loading like laterally.
Yeah.
There's not much I can do about that.
It's out now. Oh yeah, look. You had to push it inwards. Oh, good Diff. Inwards.
How the hell do you do that? Alright,
Now
ready?
We can lower.
Now we can lower and get the spring out. See?
Yeah.
The lower control arm.
Perfect.
There we go. That's it.
Put a new one in.
Put the new one in.
Straight in.
Yep, that's it.
What did you want? One get
That's-
up early, Alex, instead of sleeping until 12.
Yeah.
There's
We need a bit of light. Okay, so that's the rear spring. What do they call it? Spring pad. So that's the top, right? Come with the light over here. And there is also a bottom one.
Is it?
Yeah, there is. There is a bottom one as well.
Yeah.
And it looks in good nick. Just a bit of dirt on it, so I'm just gonna take him out. Oh, yeah, it's all right, Nick. I'm just gonna take him outside and take him out. Right hand. Yeah. Huh? Well, it probably doesn't matter, but no. Well, what's right, man?
Lay it down next to the one he's taken out.
They both spin the same way.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, now this.
Are they progressive coils or?
Yeah, these ones are. The ones out of the car.
They look progressive as well.
They look like they go thinner.
Yeah, down the bottom.
Yeah, but these ones are actually like the spacing changes too.
Yeah, that'll go down the bottom.
No, that goes up the top.
Oh,
Yep.
that one looked like that came out.
No. The
Can you
top
pass
part.
me the torch so I can put it on you?
It's thinner at the top.
Yeah. Well, look at the writing as well. They always do their writing the right way up.
So is that progressive as well?
The
Thickness?
not
Oh, it is.
so slightly though.
So which way did that go? That went up.
It was up. Yeah, it was like that.
Yep.
Yep. Mind you, I put those in as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it could have gone in wrong.
Well, I don't think so. Because the bottom there is for thick. Yeah. No, we're doing it right.
Right, put her in.
Putting her in there. Putting her in there. Yep.
Got it all
Yep.
point the right way. It's easy.
It's fine.
We're there. So now,
Yeah, that's it.
we're going to now line that up.
With?
Well, that's got to go, the whole diff's got to go to the
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry I bumped you ever so slightly, Jess.
Yes, it's okay.
There's one.
I forgive you.
Okay, so we've got the spring in. We're now going to put the lower control arm back into the diff, but the diff has moved that way. So we've got to move it back that way to be able to get the bolt back in. So I'm going to use a ratchet strap and attach it to this loop here.
Oh yeah, good idea. That's pretty good.
So can you get down there in that loop?
This should just slide in once you get right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that does.
Yeah.
No wonder I'm sneezing.
So we're going to ratchet him to bring the diff forward.
So now we know we've got to get a. That's it. Keep going. And we'll go up a bit with this one. Oh, look, stop. Oh, down a bit.
Down a bit. Up on that one, or?
Yeah, do that. Need to tension up a little bit more. That's it. Look how easy that is. Almost.
Almost. What's going on here? So now it's just a lot of trial and error to get it in the last bit. We've got it in the majority. I'm going to get a mirror so we can see what's going on instead of guessing. Awesome.
Looks like it's from the dentist.
Yeah.
Oh! bit of detergent. Did I leave a bottle out here? No. And that'll just slide in.
Okay. Huh, look at that. Oh, that's so good. So here we go. So a little bit of detergent on the rubber. Line it up nice. Push him on through like that. Let's finish him off. Just get something else at a good size and just get him so it's perfect. See these bushes? See how they've got a little knob on one side? Or a little extra bit? That's so they don't squeeze it on each other too hard, so the metal can go in between them. Yeah. So, and then all this stuff here, that's for the top up here.
Goes in on the top.
Yeah, it goes in on the top.
Feed it in.
And these washers, they're cupped. They're cupped, and that holds the rubber like this. So that's a cup on the bottom. So that cups the rubber, and then on the top it will be the other way around. So we're going to feed this into the car, and then we're going to attach it to the diff. Come on here.
I'm trying.
And then it goes up in there like that, and then it goes onto the diff. Cover this light. Oh, that looks really crap. Let's just chuck her on. Alright, that goes on like that. Oh,
Lift it.
detergent. We're going to use washing detergent again on the inside. Just a little bit on the finger. Like that.
Oh.
Is there a rag there?
I'm just near you. But underneath.
There we go, straight on. I don't record too much, I don't have much space left.
It's not. Oh, yes, it is. Why is it on an angle?
Yeah, because I...
On?
Yeah,
Good.
I dropped the diff. That was when I dropped the diff.
Oh, and you got mad
Yeah,
that day.
yeah.
Oh, and you blamed me.
I didn't blame you.
I know. You said sorry. It's okay.
Thought it came with different stuff, so I... Alright. Bad news. The car is dead. Or at least will not be moving for a little bit. Now, the original diff, where's the torch? The original diff in this car got really insane diff whine. And that's when stuff wears out and like literally so bad, just trying to find a torch, that you'd have to yell to your passenger for them to hear it. So I changed the diff out. So bad news, we're not going to be able to finish the rear suspension this weekend because stripped it. There's not really much access in the back. So there's not really much I can do about that unless I go all out and cut it, drill it out, tap it. That was one idea I had. Dad reckons that won't be strong enough. Another idea is I have my original diff. So why don't I swap these internals into that diff? All because when I first put this diff in, I dropped it, bent this bolt head, bent this thread, and because I bent it, there's now less access to it. And then when we were trying to put the bolt on last night, there wasn't enough thread there, and I stripped it. So, what this means is this diff is cooked. If it was actually a precision diff, and there was actually something special about it. It would probably be pretty simple to save, but I've got another diff with shit internals. This one has good internals, but the other diff housing is good, so we're going to swap them. I've never done diff work before, so we'll see how that goes. But that will be during the week, and this weekend we are cancelling the rear suspension for the moment. And the plan was to do just the suspension this weekend, but because of this hold up, we're actually going to finish the car before we drop it again, which will take a week or two. Luckily we've got enough cars here, so I'm not stranded. So what that means is we're going to do the suspension and all of the bushes while the car is in the air. We're going to be doing all of it within the week or the next week. So pretty much today we're going to do the front suspension, because at least the coilovers, when they come out again, if they have to come out again for the bushes, we don't have to pull them completely apart again. However, doing the bushes for the diff, there's no point putting the suspension on at this time. I was just excited and wanted to get the whole car at the same level, but now that the car is not going to be on the ground in the next little bit, that's fine. Seeing as that the car is not going to be on the ground for the next couple of weeks, we're going to do it all at once, which is better. That means I only have to go to get a wheel alignment once after all of this. Today we can do the front suspension, and then we call it until Wednesday, until I can buy more parts. Since the rear end is toast, we're going to put the wheel back on the other side and drop the rear to get the jack stands back out, and then we're going to do the front. Then we're going to lift the front, we're going to do the front. We're going to lift the front, we're going to lift the front, and we're going to